Are you the owner of this property in question at 116 Waco 76704?
Yes, sir.
Do you all have a contract with Waco Housing Authority where they pay so much of her rent?
No.
No,
Okay, all right. And so now let's talk about the agreement that you and your husband had with Ms. Ramirez. Was it a written lease agreement or was this a verbal agreement?
¿Era acuerdo escrito o de palabra?
pues, allá,
It originally, at one point, there was an agreement on paper, but that expired and did not get renewed, the lease.
Okay, when
So
did that, when did that old agreement expire?
that old agreements. It was done in 2023 for a year. So expired 2024.
Okay, so is it 12/24 of 2024?
That would have been August 4th of 24 that expired.
Okay. All right. And so so now it pretty much it's a verbal agreement based
Yes.
on the written agreement. So what were the terms of that agreement at that time? The written one?
The written one at the
Like
time was
yeah, far as the rent, how much was the rent in that written agreement?
¿cuánto era la renta?
estaba en 975, I think.
975, 975 a month.
And that was on the written agreement, right?
Yeah,
Do you have a copy of that written agreement in front of you?
I do. I have a copy. It was not presented since it's not active.
That's fine. So what happens is if you had a written lease agreement, but if it had expired, then the terms of that written agreement continue on. It's just it's month to month. And so that written agreement that you have in front of you, how much were you charging the tenant in rent on that
On this,
lease?
975.
975.
Yes.
Okay. Did you and the tenant agree anytime afterwards to increase or decrease that amount?
Yes.
Okay. And when did you all agree to increase the rent?
¿Cuándo se acordó de aumentar la renta de 975?
cuando se renovó el contrato ese,
Pero no se renovó, nomás se terminó.
no se terminó.
When the contract ended in 2024.
You're not hearing me. See, here's the thing. When the contract expires, okay, you and the tenant have to agree if you want to verbally amend the lease. So you're month to month. And so
Yes.
I'm asking the question again. When did you, your husband, and the tenant agree to increase or decrease the rent?
Se acordaron en aumentar la renta y la renta.
$1,000. Lo dice por el error que estuvo en la carta, que pusimos en $1,000. En la carta le pusimos $1,000 a lo mejor.
Sí, por eso ¿en qué fecha se acordó de palabra aumentar la renta?
De 975 a cuánto,
A lo que estaba pagando al último.
al último, pues sigue pagando lo mismo,
975.
975.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that she was still paying the 975 a month.
Okay. So, all right. So 975, that's the way it's been. Okay. So you indicated in your petition that she didn't pay rent for September, October, and November. So what you're saying is that she owes 975 for September, 975 for October, and 975 for November. Is that right?
That is correct. Right after we started the process, he did receive a payment for
Yeah.
the
When,
1 month's rent.
Of how much?
¿De cuánto?
he gave me $1,000.
So when did you receive the $1,000?
Day before you give the letter. to him,
La fecha.
uh,
That would have been
que el día que le diste el pago, el día que diste el pago.
November 17.
November 17.
November 17th?
November 17th or 18th was when they made a
November.
payment.
Okay. So, okay, well, let's do this. You filed a eviction notice. It's
Mhm.
dated October 30th.
Mhm.
How did you give this eviction notice to the tenant?
¿Cómo se le dio la vista de evacuación de la casa?
Le puse una carta en la puerta.
He placed the notice on the door of the house.
Did it go on the inside of the door?
Y estaba adentro de la puerta.
¿La carta?
Ajá.
No, afuera. No puedo entrar.
Outside.
De hecho, salió alguien y la agarró y la quitó en ese momento.
This is el señor.
Una persona, un hombre, salió y la agarró.
When he was placing the letter on the door, a gentleman stepped out and took the notice.
Okay, and did he talk to the gentleman that day?
¿Hablaste con el hombre ese día?
No, when they say we put this letter in here, they say, okay, we got it like 4 days, right?
Told him that he was leaving the letter there. And the gentleman said that meant he had 4 days.
Okay, so you went to post it on the outside. A gentleman came out, took it off the door, and then that's when y'all had a conversation. He says, "Okay, I got 4 days to move out."
Yes.
Right.
Okay, all right, all right. And so the gentleman, was he over the age of 16?
Mayor de 16 años.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. And you said you received $1,000. So was that after you spoke with this gentleman?
Eso fue después de hablar con el señor.
¿Qué?
Que recibiste los $1,000.
Puse la carta, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, all right, okay. And that $1,000 are you saying that was for September's rent?
That would have been
September, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
September.
Okay, so she still owes for October and November.
And you might as well.
And December now.
She was due a payment for this month too, the first
Okay.
of this month.
All right, okay. All right, so you had a written lease agreement. That lease expired. You're month to month now based on a verbal agreement. And the terms of the agreement is $975 per month. That's what the terms are. Okay. All right. Let me go to the defendant. Ms. Ramirez.
Yes.
Okay, so you've heard, the case against you so far, and I'm going to ask you a couple of questions as well, just make sure we develop the facts of the case. Your landlord, Mr. Rodriguez and Miss Rodriguez, they swore to me that the monthly rent that you were required to pay is $975. Is that correct?
It went up and it went up to 1,000, but that was verbal.
Did you and Mr. Rodriguez agree to that increase in payment?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So y'all agreed to go up on your rent to $1,000. And he's also stating that you owe for September, October, and November. But he did come back and say that he received $1,000 somewhere around October or November. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And
It was on
go ahead.
it was on November 17th.
On November 17th, y'all paid him $1,000.
Yes.
Okay. And let me just ask you this. Did you read the notice to vacate?
The one that was on the door, yes.
Okay. He said a gentleman came out and picked it up off the door and talked to him. Do you know this gentleman that he's talking about?
Yes.
Okay. And so this gentleman, did he confirm that he had a conversation with Mr. Rodriguez?
Yes.
Okay. And whenever you read the notice to vacate, it says that he's giving you notice that you hadn't paid the rent and that rent should have been received for September and October. It says you will be required to pay 1,000 for each month from September 1st, 2025, and that you still owed within 3 days after receiving this notice. He's telling me that he gave you this notice on October 30th, but he's also saying that you owe $1,000 for September, October, and November. Is that what you took out of reading this notice?
Yes.
So why did you pay him the $1,000 on November 17th?
Why did I pay him?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Because we were already late and we were trying to catch up just to give him something and nothing. Because we were trying to pay off, be good and paid off. But things happen and it was just a hard time.
Okay. And so now that you're here in court, and you hadn't been able to pay everything that you owe him, he's wanting to put you out.
Yes.
And so the question is, have you made plans to relocate?
Yes.
So what are those plans? Go ahead.
We will be leaving here soon. I'm moving out of town and I'm gonna go live with my mom.
Okay.
Gotta pack up and clean up.
Have you informed Mr. Rodriguez about this?
No, well, I thought this was for this too, just to let him know too.
Okay. But you really don't have a timeline right now, right?
I would say in 5 days.
Okay. All right. So based on everything that I've heard today, it's my opinion that you, Mr. Rodriguez, um, proved your case by preponderance of evidence. Okay. And all that means is that you've proven a slim majority, over 50% of your case. So I'm going to rule in your favor. If Ms. Rodriguez, if you want to interpret, if you don't mind.
Ya sé que nosotros tenemos que tener en tu caso y te da lo da por favor el caso.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. There's going to be a judgment against the defendant for non-payment of rent for the months of October and November, and that is $2,000 plus your court costs.
All right.
You, the defendant, Ms. Ramirez, has the right to appeal. Appealing means you disagree with my decision.
Okay.
In order for you to appeal, you would have to post an appeals bond of $2,000 within the next 6 days. If you do not appeal and you are still staying at the address in question of 116 Church, Waco 76704, the plaintiff may take the next legal actions against you. All right?
Okay.
And let me just do one more thing. Give me 1 second. Mr. Rodriguez,
Yes, sir.
how long have you owned this property?
Mm, I had a while, more than probably not 10 years.
More than 10 years? Okay.
Yeah,
Have you ever had to evict anyone from this property before?
no,
Okay. All right. All right. Okay. So, as stated before, this is to you, Ms. Ramirez. You have 6 days from today's date to appeal. And if you do not appeal and if you're still staying there, that's when the landlord can take the next legal actions against you. You got that, Ms. Ramirez?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The next legal actions is considered a writ of possession. A writ of possession is where the landlord would have to pay the court additional money, but the constable will serve you with the final notice giving you 24 hours to move out. Okay?
Yes, sir.
If you do not comply with that 24-hour notice given to you by the constable, then the constable will be back to this location on Church Street, and they will act as security. And then at that time, Mr. Rodriguez and his crew, his wife and whomever it is, will be able to safely and peacefully remove all of your personal belongings from inside of the home and place them outside of the home. Okay?
Yes, sir.
But if you do what you said you were going to do, which is move out within the next 5 days, you avoid the constable serving you again. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Any questions from both parties?
Mm,
No? Okay.
no.
And the one thing I will say to you, Mr. Rodriguez, um, seeing that you're not familiar with the laws of this state, I strongly encourage you uh, to make sure you seek some legal advice if you're renting property.
Okay.
Okay. We
Uh,
just want to make sure that you understand there are some things that happen in this case that if it wasn't provided in live testimony could have jeopardized your case. Okay.
okay.
Okay. Good luck to you both. Court's adjourned.